What's going on? It's your cousin Polly Rob. Make sure you like and subscribe and hit the notifications in the top left or right hand corner, whichever way the actual graphic comes up. I appreciate everybody showing love to my YouTube channel. You know what I mean? Being a member, watching the content, commenting on the content, which is the most important for me. So I really, really appreciate that. And let's go ahead. Let's just get these things rolling. It's the Polly Rob podcast, man. Let's get right to it. Now, your boy, the boy, Drake. Y'all see it. Y'all see the news. We ain't got to act like this is something that we didn't all see coming. Of course, we seen it coming. He lost the battle, and it looks like he's lost the war. Well, the war in court. You know what I mean? Today, everyone found out that the actual judge of the case, she dismissed the case. You know what I mean? She dismissed the case, which involves Drake and his attorneys suing UMG for defamation and a couple of other charges as well. I mean, I ain't got to go into the whole layout about what the whole case was about. Y'all just know what the verdict was. They dismissed the case. It's over with. Drake's attorneys can try to appeal or, try to fight back, but it's over with. It's over. You lost on every level. This is what a battle rap, like if this was Smack URL, if this was, TBL, things like that. Shout out to, the battle rap leagues, you know what I mean? But if this battle was considered in like the battle rap culture, this would be a 4-0. This would be the face-off, a loss for Drake. This would be a 3-0, in the rap battle, or let's just call it a 5-0, because in my opinion, I don't think that he's won any round during the diss records. He ain't won not one round. And then he loses, let's just say he tries to sue for whatever reason any Drake fans want to come up with. Be my guest, but you lost that too. You lost that too. And it's to a point where it's like, dude, just move on, man. Just move on. And let me explain a little bit why sore losers always go through these types of things. When you're a sore loser, you feel like somebody's doing something to you that you don't deserve. You feel like the loss was because somebody either manipulated the situation or they cheated or you didn't get a fair shot or any of those layouts. But let's remember, in the beginning of this battle, Drake was the number one guy. He was the top-notch guy. He was the one that had the ability to say, man, go on ahead. I'm not worried about you. You're not on my level. You know what I mean? He could have not jumped in the battle. Let's just get that out the way. Then on top of that, it's like, I did a blog about Drake, and we've seen this type of person before. You can go back in the videos and go watch this. But it pretty much explains the type of people that you've come across in your lifetime that's relative to how Drake is acting right now. And I'm referencing that blog because I explained the 3 types of people. And I'm not going to reiterate that again because we got to get to some other stuff. But I do want to say, watch that blog, and you now that everything has come to light, because I made that blog just after the battle was won by Kendrick Lamar. And even after that, there's so much other things that came to light. The court case, the way his music is being released, the content that he's doing right now that nobody's really appreciating. All of these things are direct reflections of what I was saying in that blog. But now let's get to this other half of it. Let's get to the other part of it, which this is what I really want to talk about in this video that I feel like is important. First off, shout out to my boy Glasses Malone because he's been covering the whole Kendrick Lamar Drake battle since its inception. And on top of that, he's been very, how do I say this? He's had some takes that were very unsettling for some people. And I feel like he predicted a lot of things that we're seeing currently right now. And I want to talk about one thing that he said that even now after this court case is dismissed, I really feel like hip hop really, really dodged a bullet. Glasses Malone in one of his many lives, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to, shout out to his content, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Glasses Malone for just being an ill nigga, period. You know what I'm saying? But he said this one thing, and make sure you go subscribe to his channel as well. You know what I mean? Go subscribe, type in Glasses Malone, go subscribe to his live. I forgot the actual name of the show. No Ceilings. Sorry about that. No Ceilings. Make sure you go subscribe to No Ceilings podcast and enjoy his content. Because I know he's going to cover this too. But he said this one thing in the No Ceilings podcast live. And he was like, I don't think people understand the severity of what will happen if the legal system allows Drake to carry on with this case in the defamation context and in the context of really shutting down our right to speak freely and our right to battle rap, our right to say what we want to say and what we need to say in hip hop. Now, I know some of y'all, just by hearing this, y'all gonna jump straight to, so people can call each other PDFs and things like that. No, I'm not saying that. But what I am saying is freedom of speech is freedom of speech. What are we talking about here? This man has made a living off of free speech. And now he's trying to sue to take away another rapper's right to free speech. Not just free speech, but free speech that was warranted by Drake. He was the one saying, talk about this, talk about that, talk about this. It's nothing to me. That's exactly what happened. And now you want to sue. You want to take away everybody's right to free speech because you lost a rap battle. Where's all the fans that said Drake is suing UMG for the culture, for the other rappers after him? Where y'all at? Where y'all at? Where's all the fans that said that Drake is trying to do something revolutionary? It has nothing to do with Kendrick. Where y'all at? Please, get in the comments. Where y'all at? I want to hear the new reason. I want to hear the new reason of why this needs to continue. I'm glad this case was dismissed. But from the statements that Drake and his attorneys put on social media, they have no intention of slowing down whatever their endeavors are. Don't you understand what would happen if you were able to sue somebody for a rap battle? You know what would happen? You know what would happen to hip hop if the courts and the government have found a loophole into getting artists sued or locked up or penalized for the things that they say in their music? They not doing that to country music. They not doing that to R&B. Well, they might. because R&B is predominantly black. They're not doing that to pop music. They're not doing that to EDM. But all of a sudden, you want to change the rules because you don't like what somebody said in a rap battle that you engaged in. You said, let's get it on. I think we're dodging a major bullet. We don't want to, listen to me. We do not want to experience a hip hop world where we have to be censored. They tried that shit long time ago. They tried to ban hip hop albums that had vulgarity. They tried to ban hip hop albums that said things about the government, about the police, about the people that's against what we do. We battled against them. 2 Live Crew was in court. They didn't want 2 Live Crew to release their music because it was heavily sexual. They was in court for that, and they won. They won that case because you get to speak freely. You get to speak freely in the USA. You get to speak freely in music. You get to say things that some people can't say publicly. You can do it in hip hop. I can't imagine a world where we're being policed. Imagine that. Imagine there was a situation. Imagine that there was, because it doesn't just stop at battle rap. Once they find a loophole to penalize you for what you say, they're going to try it in all facets. It doesn't just start at one place. It may start at battle rap, but they're going to go all through the whole spectrum. They're going to be listening to your favorite albums with a fine-tooth comb and start trying to find a way to get rid of it, to take it off the shelves, to take it off streaming. Imagine that. And you saying that the boy is trying to do it for the culture? No. That's a move that will destroy the hip hop culture. I want y'all to really think about that. I want y'all to really think about if Jasmine Sullivan couldn't make hotels. If she was too vulgar or too personal, they wouldn't allow her to say certain things in hotels. Would it be a great album? If Kendrick Lamar was unable to write songs like All Right or write or perform songs like what's the song where it's like a full it's like almost like a domestic violence type of thing on his Mr. Morale album. What if he was unable to make that? What if Cardi B was unable to say what she says in her lyrics in a rap battle against Nicki, against, JT and, all the rappers that she want to go against? What if they said, hey, nah, you can't do that. We're going to penalize you for that. What if you were unable to do that? Would you feel comfortable with listening to hip hop music knowing that you could only say certain things and you can't say others? That's what makes hip hop so great, is the fact that you can say whatever it is you want to say. You can make whatever points you want to make. That's what free speech is about. But hip hop music is the ultimate level, in my opinion, of free speech. Because not only do you get to say what you want, you get to feel how you want to feel. You get to make others feel how you feel. There's brothers and sisters that make songs about death, make songs about being done wrong. There's songs about people being raped. Sorry for using that word. People being R-word. There's songs about societies, communities are in a downfall, struggle, pain, hurt, happiness, love, getting married, getting divorced, getting to the next level of your life, becoming who you are, success, triumph. You get what I'm saying? Y'all get what I'm saying? There's so many different levels of where we can go sonically, musically, in dialogue, in sing, in song, in dance, in expression. That's more valuable than anybody losing a rap battle, than anybody feeling like they're a sore loser, than anybody trying to say that they're doing something for the culture but are actually taken away from the culture. I'm sorry. It's more valuable than just one rap battle. And when Glasses Malone said it, I'm not going to lie. At first I was like, what do you mean? What do you mean? But when he broke it down, it's real. Our freedom to express ourselves was in question. And although this has been dismissed, and I'm glad for that, thank you, Judge, for dismissing this situation. But I think that Drake and his team are gonna keep trying. In my opinion, I think they're gonna keep trying to destroy. I think they're gonna keep trying to do something that they don't realize will possibly destroy hip hop. I don't think that they get it yet. And hopefully somebody in his camp sits him down and tells him, hey, let it go, bro. You lost. Let it go. Get back to the music. Because at the end of the day, remember, I've said this plenty of times. I'm a Drake fan too. I like his music. I just want him to get back to the music, B. Just get back to the music. You have other things to do in your life. There's other ventures and other things that I feel like you'll be great for. We want to hear more records that you've written or produced for other artists. We want to hear more dope records from you. You in a little musical slump right now, but I feel like you'll get it back. You have more to do. Stop trying to be a sore loser, because this is not the end of your career unless you want it to be. This is not the end of your career unless you want it to be. Last thing I'll say. At the end of the day, we have to remember that we take our hip hop seriously. All of us, all of us. All the fans of hip hop, Drake fans, Kendrick fans, all of us. I'm talking to all of us that love hip hop. We take our music seriously. The comments that we put on people's pages, the arguments that we have, the laughter that we have, the jokes that we tell, the bars that we put in the comments, all of it is all because we have the freedom to do so. When you guys put the comments in this video right here, I want you to stop for 3 seconds and just say to yourself in your head, I have the right to say this. I have the right to make this comment. Just say that. And then type whatever comment you want to type to tell me, and let's go back and forth, because you know I'll be in the comments heavy. But just say that. For 3 seconds, tell yourself, I have the freedom to say this. And then type away. Let me know what y'all think in the comments about this case getting dismissed. Let me know if there's anything that I'm missing about this topic, because I don't know everything. And let me know if y'all think that Drake is going to try some other things, or is he going to get back to his music? And where's the Iceman album? I didn't even ask that. Where's the Iceman album? Y'all tell me. Let me know in the comments. Y'all already know what it is. I appreciate y'all showing love. I've been on film set, doing film sound for this movie. But we finally wrapped up, half the film and whatnot. We're going to shoot the other half in January. But I'm back. I'm back to my content, man. So be prepared to be sick of me. You know what I mean? As they say, you know what I mean? I appreciate y'all. Y'all already know what it is, man. Workload.